Have you ever had the experience of following directions on a package or seeing a product that says easy to assemble or easy to prepare or you can fix it in minutes? And then it takes you a couple hours to do the project? That happens to me quite frequently. What often we think that takes something very simple task can be very complex, and it usually can take hours or longer to do. Simple instructions are hard sometimes, but they don't have to be. In today's gospel, the directives are clear and full of encouragement. Be strong, fear not, listen, be open. Jesus is preaching to the Gentile community in today's gospel. On the map here, if you can see it, Jesus' home area is the Galilee region. But this gospel, he's preaching in the area of Tyre and Sidon, which is up here in Phoenicia, way up here, considering where he grew up, was preaching a few gospel stories back. It's like he takes this long route way up here and coming back to the Sea of Galilee. We don't know where he was before, but he's up here. Apparently, the word got out in the Gentile territory about Jesus as one who heals. In the gospel, we hear, be strong, fear not, because God comes to free and heal. God's power through Jesus is one of healing, and in this gospel story, he heals a man who is incapable of hearing and has a speech impediment. He's not able to speak properly, and as a result, he is a total outcast of the society. And yet, the crowd, the community up in the north, bring this man to Jesus and ask him to heal him, ask him actually to touch him, to lay hands on him in some way. And Jesus, out of compassion, takes this man off to the side privately, out of a respect for who he is. And in a very graphic and compassionate way, Jesus touches him, puts his fingers in his ears, and he spits on the ground and makes a mud paste, and he touches his ears and his tongue, and he says, Ephphatha, which is the Semitic word for be open. And with that, this man who has been deaf and with a speech impediment is free. He is free of a silence, a deafening silence in his ears. His tongue is loosened so that he can speak properly and clearly, and most importantly, he's restored to wholeness in the community. Now, Jesus is a good marketer, too, as well as a healer, because he tells the man, okay, don't tell anyone what just happened. Now, can you imagine? This is a guy who just had his hearing restored and his speech restored, and he's going to be silent? He's taken a vow of silence all his life that was imposed upon him. He does the opposite. He goes off and tells the crowd, and word gets out of who Jesus is. This week, let us be mindful of how we listen and how Christ prays with us and through us to say, Ephphatha, be open. How do we listen? How do we pay attention? How are we open to God's presence this week? What do we hear? What do we see? And what are we so moved that we got to tell somebody? What do we tell others about what we experience? The directives are clear this week. Be strong, fear not, listen, and be open. Amen.